Hey folks, welcome to the live stream. This is just kind of a weird impromptu out of the normal cycle live stream. I'm going to start building up the Ummagawd 2Fiddy frame tonight. I meant to start working on it last Sunday, and then I meant to start on it yesterday. Oh well, better late than never. So we're going to go ahead and start building this guy up. I haven't taken the frame out of the bag, haven't looked at it. Just seen, the renders online and all that stuff. But I'm actually really excited about this. I'm excited about the sub 250 idea. I don't like the fact that we have to go to sub 250, but with a couple people really trying hard to do the sub 250 thing, like Ummagawd and Kebab trying to do sub 250, I'm kind of excited for this one. And with this, I'm going digital. I'm going to be running a Nebula Pro on the 2204, and I'm going 1600 kV because I have some really small 6S lipos from GMB for this setup. Love that 6S power. I want to see how it is in the 250 sub 250 gram setup. And the flight control I'm using is, unfortunately, it's the iFlight Beast H7. I paid a friggin' premium for this thing, and it turns out that there is a pretty substantial bugs in the code on this flight controller. But you know what? I have it. It works. I'm going to run it. I think the only thing I won't be able to do is bidirectional D-shot. Oh well. Hopefully there's a software fix in the future for it, but oh well. It is what I got, and if for some reason it becomes too much in the future to deal with changing different versions of Betaflight and losing features, like it seems like if you do bidirectional D-shot, you actually lose motors like 3 and 4 output, and it's even documented over on iFlight's website. So that's kind of a really big bummer. But super expensive flight controller, really high amp rating. I think it's like 55 amps on an AIO. Like that's like 5-inch territory, and we're building a 5-inch, but I'm talking like full size 5-inch. So anyways, I'm gonna get started on this. 2Fiddy.com if you want to check out all the FPV type stuff. Over in the chat, Dauntless, welcome to the live stream. He's here first. Always nice to see familiar names. Jimmy says, let's go. Yeah, we'll get this thing going. Eric Allen is on his way home. Eric Allen, one of the racers over at my local multi-GP chapter. It's been really nice getting to know you. And EDOC, welcome. Too bad the packs are super expensive. Yeah, they are, unfortunately. Free Range Chicken, RC, how's it going, man? And William McEwen, just so sweet. All right. Pardon me if I'm not like super attentive to the chat. I'm going to be kind of focused on this. But, you guys got questions, type at tweetfpv. It'll light up an orange. Hopefully I catch it. If I don't answer your question, ask it again. And if you want to hit me up afterwards, if you got other questions with anything else, go to Discord, 2fpv.com. There's a Discord server invite. Also, this looks a little bit different because I'm going to sit today. I normally do all my live streams standing. This is an uplift desk, but I've been working all day. My knees and feet hurt, so I'm sitting on my ass. All right, let's head over to the bench cam. Oh, hang on. I don't care if you don't like it, but I need something to listen to. All right. And I got a super creaky ass chair. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Rick Zapata actually working on his 2Fiddy right now. Awesome, man. Rick Zapata is starting a live stream over on his Discord. I think he said every Thursday he's gonna start that. Oh, Rick, you know what? I've been neglecting you. Boom, there you are. Rick, you're now in blue. Go ahead and post up a link to your Discord server if you want to, and we'll share the love. So, pretty simple frame. There's not a whole lot of pieces here. Like I've built some frames in the past that just have piles of carbon fiber just for darn near every little bit. No instructions in the bag. Hopefully we don't need it. Mark of a good frame You don't need instructions, or at least in my opinion. Tommy, if you don't know who that is, that's Ummagawd. He put some serious detail into his frames, like these the gold button head screws. And you know, kind of the backstory on this is his crap, what was the name of his frame? It was like his first big 5-inch frame. Got copied by a Chinese company. It got cloned poorly, but they put this gold accent hardware on it, and he saw it. He's like, damn, yeah, they did a good job on that. So all his frames now come with this like gold and titanium looking hardware, which I think is a very nice choice, touch. Not big into the aesthetics of it, but still, it's awesome. Toxic FPV, welcome to the live stream, my friend. Toxic, super cool dude, Patreon member, fellow Discord, you know, over on my Discord, and he was nice enough, foolishness enough, or whatever. He sent me his DJI FPV digital drone, and I've been flying that for the last couple days. Super big thank you for sending me that. I got some really killer footage with it. Really liking the thing. Like, I'm liking it a lot. So thank you for sending that. And then Eric Allen for letting me borrow his V2 DJI goggles, because I only have the V1s, and as you might suspect, V1 and the drone do not work together, unfortunately. The G-Tech 83, was that the Floss or Floss 2? No, Tommy didn't design the Floss. That was designed by Bob Rugi, Kebab FPV. What the heck was Ummagawd's frame? It was the Remix. That's what it was. It was the Remix. And yeah, one of the Chinese companies cloned it, and he really liked the addition of the gold accented hardware. Toxic, yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. I did kind of a long range run with it today. Where I was standing was like a really poor location from an RF standpoint, and I was absolutely amazed how far I went before it was like, yeah, bro, you got to turn back now. Flying at long range is not very stressful compared to like flying FPV, like traditional FPV, because you know, you lose video, well, good luck. The DJI drone has kind of the flight characteristics of a regular drone, but with the nanny state electronics and sensors of DJI. So as soon as you lose connection and lose video, it's just like, all right, well, I'm going back home until you get control again and you can pick it back up, which is really cool. It might, for like the seasoned long ranger, it might take some of the thrill out of it, but you know, whatever. Athex Brothers friend confused me, putting the base plate together. Okay, I think I just read that. I just read that. Trying to get better at not coughing into the microphone, mostly by smashing that mute button. And by the way, guys, if you're in here, go ahead and hit that like button if you would. Trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. I know that is a extremely lofty goal, but with the help of you guys and maybe 3,000 of your friends, we can get there. I mean, I'll get there eventually. Just like to get there sooner than later. I've been getting emails from companies about buying subscribers, and I don't know, that's not a good idea. And I definitely won't be doing that. Yeah, Eric, I'm definitely going to bring it with me on Saturday, so y'all can take a look at it. And one of the big challenges we've always had for each other was to fly to Scott Chin's house from the battleship. He's on the other side of the bay. And I think with this thing, there's absolutely no reason why you couldn't do it. There's also that the spoils. Johnny Toe Jam, he built a 7-inch Floss 3 and made it out there and back with pretty much no effort. But that's kind of cool. All right. Top and bottom. That's gonna be bottom. That's gonna be top. Right. Nothing's chamfered, so these are not directional. And why are there two different cam plates? There you go, Rick Cepeda. Drop that Discord link in there. If you guys get a chance, go ahead and hit that up. Rick Cepeda has been a very valuable member over on the Discord, as all of you are. Oh, you're streaming Wednesday afternoons? I thought you said Thursday. Sorry. I thought you said Thursday. What time, Rick, are you planning on streaming? I'm totally sure which screws are intended to go where, but I mean, as long as I get the frame kind of tacked together, I can figure that out later. Ain't nothing we got to figure out now. Okay, so yeah, this Wednesday is just a one-off. Damn it. Rob Logan, buddy, how you doing, man? Welcome. This is kind of a impromptu, but not quite impromptu, live stream. Just putting together the Ummagawd 2Fiddy. Eric Allen. Very generous, yeah. Very generous person. Thanks, Rob Logan. And how many miles you got on that new the new tire on your XR, man? I've been wanting a new tire for a while, but I just until the Vega's showing cord, I just can't justify it. I want to though. Put like 10 miles on it, nice. I have yet to run my XR from full to empty on a ride yet. I just haven't had the time to go out and do it. I think the longest ride I did on it was, geez, at this point maybe 4 miles. The pint, I've run that from full to empty. I think I got 19 on it, maybe. Oh, I screwed that up. Yeah, I'd like to just do like a nice long, kind of leisurely ride on the one wheel one of these days. Just go out with really no intentions of going anywhere. But I kind of live out in the middle of nowhere. No real downtown sidewalk or anything like that where I'm at. One of the things I've been worried about with going with the aftermarket tire is, well, not worried about, but I would, toss up the idea between a treaded and a non-treaded tire, and then also the reduction in range that you could possibly get, which I think you usually do get with a treaded tire. I was looking at the Whisper tire for a while. Thought that might probably be the one I go with. I go a little bit of off-road, but nothing crazy. This is a little on the frustrating side. I'm going to be honest right now. This is far more intricate than I think it needs to be. But we'll see. We'll see. See where we get with this. He's got a reason for it. I don't know what it is, but he's got one. Just gonna trust. Oh yeah, I saw the picture of that Vega. There's no way that thing was holding air. You got your money's worth out of it for sure. Rob Logan, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. Rob, you ever take it trail riding at all? I've got some trails around me, but it's kind of one of those things, like they all say no motor vehicles, but I know they didn't mean an electric one tire balancing vehicle. They meant like motorcycles. So it's a weird world to be in, because the signs are all written for something else, but every Karen out there sees a one wheel and just assumes that motorized means anything that's not self-propelled. I mean, there's even bicycles with electric motors on the trails, but they've got pedals, so it's kind of in a weird gray area. There we go. That is solid for sure. I know I'm going to tear this all apart here in a minute, but I at least want to see how everything kind of falls in line. Athix says, build the base plate up. Also, you're running the H7 Beast. Yes, I am. from building it, the arms can go on the bottom or top of the base plate, if I'm correct. Yeah. It looks like they get sandwiched between the bottom plate and this this X plate, which, you know, I don't really like that design, but again, I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to do. Yeah, so I think that's how it's intended to be run, is like so. And then that's where the shorty standoffs would go, is right in there. And that would explain why they sent extra tall standoffs, is if you wanted to run underneath, which I think if you were going to do like a 20 by 20 too high stack, then you would do that. But okay, so I got the general idea. Go ahead and break this back down. I do kind of wish I could get the top plate off without having to tear apart this camera cage. Not super liking that design choice, but again, not gonna question the decisions. We'll see. We'll see in the end. I'm sure the camera cage was probably too weak with a single piece of carbon, and that's why he's got these interlocking plates. All right, so we got a general idea here. Let's see, now if I build it like that though, how would you go about mounting the flight controller? So you'd have to do like that almost. And put everything underneath. That's just ugly. Yeah, see, here's what they're showing. So they've got the X plate here, arms, and then the bottom plate. But if you're running an AIO board, how would you mount it? Athix says the flight controller is mounted on M2 screws with plastic standoff screws. Then, okay, so that's what those are standoff. I'm glad I'm bringing you guys along with me on this little adventure. I would have eventually gotten there, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But thank you for the tip. I do like that they changed the layout of the motor mounts, so you can use more than just a 12 by 12 mount. 12 by 12 is fine. It's kind of limiting if you make that your only option. Friendly Nomad just built my 2Fiddy last week. It's amazing. Awesome, man. What parts did you end up using in yours? Just joined. Did you mention parts list for the 250 build? I did in the very beginning. So I'm using the obviously the 250 frame. I'm using a Nebula Pro, doing a Vista build. I'm using the Ummagawd 2004 1600 kV motors and the iFlight Burst flight controller, which probably wasn't a good idea now. I mean, at the time, that was probably the best option, but turns out there's some design issues with that flight controller, unfortunately. Not super happy about that. You know, and I contacted the company I bought it from. I bought it from Power Drone. Said, hey, there is a known issue with this frame, or not the frame, the flight controller. It's a manufacturing defect. I'd like to send it back. They said, all right, is it open? I'm like, well, I pulled the wrapper off the outside to take a look at it. It's unsoldered. I haven't pulled it out of the box or anything. Everything's there. They're like, well, you know, unfortunately you were honest, so get effed. We're not going to take it back. No, they didn't say it like that. They said, you know, thanks for being honest. But unfortunately, if it's outside the original wrapper, we can't sell it as new. And I said, well, why would you sell it as new when it's a defect from the manufacturer? Why wouldn't you send it back from the back to the manufacturer? And basically, they said, well, you know, that's just not how it works. If you want, you can keep it, and we'll give you a coupon for something else that you want to use as a replacement, blah, 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 whatever. I didn't take them up on the coupon or whatever, since I do plan on using it. You know, it's, you know, it is what it is. I'm not upset about it or anything. No, actually, I'm a little upset about it, but I'm not like rip shit or anything. I do feel like I'm missing some hardware though. Athex said I sent a picture of the mounting on the old book face. Oh, let's go take a look. Let's see, Facebook. Ah, okay. Cool. Thank you. That makes that a lot easier. Thank you for clarifying. It starts. How you doing, man? All right, these screws are soft, like really soft. Very easy to strip out. So how's everybody's week going so far? Hopefully you're getting some flying in. I got to fly the DJI FPV drone, a couple packs through that. Pretty impressed with it, to be quite honest. I put a community post out talking about it, and my big thing is would I buy it? And right now I would say no for me. If you didn't have the DJI digital FPV system and you wanted to get it, I would say get the drone. I would definitely say get the drone if DJI made it so you could use that the controller that comes with air units and vistas and things like that. That would be a just complete no-brainer. Go get it. I know, like, all the things I've seen on YouTube are just like talking about you know, oh, what's the purpose of it? Who's going to use this? What? It's not a camera drone. It's not a freestyle drone. What it is it's a pilot's drone. And what I mean by that is it is designed for your enjoyment. It's for the enjoyment of the person behind the sticks to fly it, because it's an extremely enjoyable experience. And I think that's what its purpose is. It's entertainment. It doesn't have to have a purpose other than to entertain. You know, there's all sorts of things in this world that we do that are purely for entertainment, that have really no practical purpose whatsoever. And that's what it is. The high def video that comes out of the drone is freaking amazing. The controls are good. I popped it into manual mode a couple times. I still have the left stick auto centering, so I didn't get crazy and do any flippy floppies or anything like that, but still very impressive the way it flies. Very happy. Happy experience. And I swear the reception on it is better than running an air unit. Like I don't get any of the like all the focus mode blockiness. Like it takes a lot to get that with the thing. I don't know what kind of output or power output it's doing, but it's impressive. Very impressive. And it is freaking loud though. It is a stupid loud drone. And I think it's because you're basically in sport mode, you're ripping around full throttle all the time. You know, like a normal FPV quad, you're kind of, you know, on and off the throttle all the time. But in sport mode, you put that right stick full pitch forward, and I mean, the motors are just screaming. And I think that's why it seems so loud and kind of just like in your face presence. Yeah, Rick Payas says, I know it's very soft. Brandon, it starts, just woke up and ready to start the day. I'm old and get up early. This is early? Holy shit. Ping FPV, can't wait for it to get mine to arrive. Still analog and putting a run cab hybrid on it. Nice. Very nice. Let's see. Rick Spada says, yeah, notice the screws are soft. Yep, they'd be soft. Brandon Bentley, so you like the long range on the DJI? It's pretty fun. Yeah, it is very fun, and it's very like low threat because you just kind of point in a direction, you go. You lose reception, you lose RC link, whatever. It just comes back to you. You know, it's not like, oh, I lost video, so I guess I gotta go figure out where it crashed at. You know, you lose video, it just goes, boop, hey idiot, I'll come back to you. It just starts coming back, and then you get video again, and then you go do something dumb with it. Like right now, I would personally go out and buy it if the controller that came with it worked with existing air units. I would probably go out and buy it right now, sell my V1 goggles, and do that. Yeah, I probably would. Let's see. DJ Dubs in the house. Aluminum to save weight. Yeah, aluminum to save weight. I just didn't realize they were aluminum. I guess I should have figured they were. I cranked out one and damn near stripped the head out. But yeah, aluminum to save weight. Oh, show. All right, let's get this flight controller out. Shitload of accessories in this bag. And here's the design failure itself. It's unfortunate. Gonna need some gummies. Eric Allen tomorrow's a Friday. If the weather holds off. I'm flying all day, Thursday and Friday. Hell yeah. Brandon Bailey's just a fun, exploring long-range, trouble-free FPV experience. Trouble-free, I'm gonna disagree with that one. I got pretty irritated and pissed off setting the thing up. Granted, the goggles and the drone didn't come as a match set, so there was a lot of firmware going on to get it all working together. And then the DJI Fly app, I couldn't find that on the App Store, the Android App Store. I had to go sideload it from the DJI website, which I don't know if that's what everybody else's experience was, but I certainly had to. And then once I got ready to go fly it, I couldn't format the SD cards. Like, I could find the menu, I could get in there, I could select which one I wanted to format. It just, after I selected it, I couldn't get back down to confirm that I wanted to format that SD card. So I had to put it all back into like the air unit FPV mode, stick each card in the goggles and format them that way. Just minor annoyances. It's not perfect, but it ain't bad. I was getting phone number mismatches in the goggles. It was weird. I'd buy the controller if it worked with the Vista air units. Yeah, absolutely, I would too. This is an interesting frame. Yeah, it's I don't know if you've Angel, if you've seen it. It's Tommy Tiabata, Tiaba, whatever, blah blah blah. Ummagawd. It's his frame design. He is taking on the US FAA regulation restriction of 250 grams, and he's saying, one of these things, and I'm going to build a full 5-inch, practically 5-inch capable sub 250 quad, and we're going to rip that way. But yeah, it's an interesting frame. Very well designed. It's beefy in the places it needs to be. There we go. I'd buy the control. Yeah, if it worked with Vista. Yeah, okay, I just said that. What's the design problem with the Beast? Okay, so it's just with the Beast H7. The F7's fine. The H7 has a new high accuracy barometer, which only works with Betaflight 2.3, which isn't out yet. But the other issue is this doesn't use BL-Heli 32, it uses BL-Heli S. So if you wanted to get bidirectional D-shot, when you do that, there's something in the way this board is designed and the way the software works that you lose motor output like 3 and 4. I don't know exactly. Go to iflight.com, find the H7 and go to specs, and they have a whole write-up on what's wrong with this thing. I mean, it does work. It works fine. Just there's some limitations to it where the F7's fine. Plus, this is more expensive than the F7, but this is a 55 amp, and I think the F7's a 45. So there's a little bit of issues. Will it carry a full-size GoPro? I don't believe this. I mean, it will, but I don't believe you'll be able to be under 250 grams. It'll carry a naked, I think, and it'll definitely carry Insta360 Go 2, which I highly recommend. That camera is a great camera. And if you're interested in one, go to shameless plug, 2Fiddy.com and click that affiliate link if you're interested in buying a 360 Go 2. It's a great camera. Very much enjoying mine. Is it freestyle or more cruising? This is freestyle. This is go out and rip balls type freestyle frame. But with that, you can also just cruise it if you want. But it was designed to go out and fly as he would on a normal 5-inch 650 gram all up weight quad. DJ Dubs, hit that like button. Yeah, guys, go ahead and hit that like button, man. And if you're not a subscriber, definitely hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. Helps me out a ton. And also, if you feel like it, head over to 2Fiddy.com and check out my Discord and my Patreon. I do monthly giveaways over there on Patreon. This month, I'm giving away a full-built FPV Cycle Glide frame, ready to fly. Not ready to fly. I guess bind and fly. Let me start over. I'm giving away a FPV Cycle 5-inch Glide, ready to fly. Bind to fly. Bind your damn radio to it. Quad. Man, I don't know why I struggle with that one so much. These arms are 4 mil thick arms. Anyways, I'm giving away one of those at the end of the month. If you want to get on the entry for that, go there, subscribe to the $5 and up tiers, and you'll get access to the link to enter the drawing. If you're on the sub $5 tiers, I will make that link public when I go live with the video for the drawing, so still get you a chance. Fernando, isn't that too thin? No, 4 millimeters is perfect. 5 mil is almost too thick because you add a lot of weight. But it's all a give and a take. You know, if you make one part super strong, then something else has to give. It can't be indestructible, otherwise it'll be a tank. So ideally, if you crash this, you want the arm to break right here. You don't want it to break the base plate. The base plate's a lot harder to replace than an arm. So you want the arms to have some sort of weakness in them where they will break if they get to that critical stress point. And he has a video where he's just hucking this thing at the wall, crashing into the wall, just to stress test it, to try to break it. And I don't think he really did. I think he sheared a screw and effed up a motor, but I mean, that's to be expected, I guess. .5 centimeters. So yeah, 4 millimeters. All right. The arms are 1.5 millimeters. All right. Do an XT30. Am I doing XT30 or 60? Crap, I'm gonna grab one of the lipos and double check. I don't remember if they were 30. I'm pretty sure they are, but I just wanna make sure. All right. So these are the GMB 380 milliamp 6S. Oh yeah, it says XT30 on the side of the box, but we'll take a look at it anyways. It's a ridiculous looking battery. Oh, it's so tiny and fat. It's fat. All right. Oh man, Brandon Bailey, I'm catching up on the stream. I also had trouble getting the SD cards to format. The menu was confusing at first and how to get to the lower buttons. I don't know what I did wrong at first, but it was easy. Yeah, I don't know what was up with it, but definitely didn't work for me. So I don't know, minor annoyance. What am I doing here? Oh, that's right. Gotta slaughter this guy up. Damn it, I need a battery. Meh. I should probably mute the mic when I start banging stuff around on the desk. Sorry, guys. Bad etiquette. Or no etiquette. Not trying to go super late on this. All right. So for the bench iron, it's just a SQ001 soldering iron. It's same as the whatever that iron's called. TS100. TSA? TS100. Works great. Highly recommend. And so when you get pre-made pigtails, definitely double check them. Make sure the red's going to the positive and the black's going to the negative, because I have one buddy that bought a pre-made pigtail, or no, he bought a FC that came with a pre-made pigtail, hooked it all up, plugged in, burned the thing up. Turned out they soldered this backwards. So just a little tip there for you. I wonder if we're gonna see more GMB 380 packs in like 3 and 4S. Probably not. They're probably gonna want to go bigger for the higher C rating. I mean, if I was going 4S, I'd want a bigger pack that weighed the same as the 6S pack. Ooh, there's a lot of material on this board. You can tell when it takes forever for it to take solder, as it is sucking up the heat. And I want to thank everybody who's here hanging out with me while I'm building this guy up. Really appreciate it. Have you tried Iron OS firmware? What is Iron OS firmware? Is that for the soldering iron? Hang on, I'm going to mute this real quick. I'm going to make a ton of noise. There we go. New jeweler's loop. Because hoping that I could show you guys this kind of stuff while I'm doing it. Probably not. Well, that's for me anyways. In my opinion, one of the most important tools you can have while building, other than the tools you need to build, but for making sure you're not going to destroy anything, is this. I think this is more important than a smoke stopper and more important than a multimeter is a jeweler's loop, because you can find almost every one of your mistakes by looking at it nice and closely. There you go. There's a link to this jeweler's loop. Really, really like this thing. Yeah, I just don't think that's going to work. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's what a good solder, like a pre-tin pad, or decent pre-tin pad looks like. That is not. That's cold. See how it's kind of just piled up on top of there? So I'm going to hit that with some more heat and try to get it to flow into the pad. And that's almost always on the ground side. It takes a lot more heat than the positive. You should end up heating up a lot of the layers of the board. That's better. How much does the frame weigh? Well, the claimed weight is, I don't know. 51 grams is the claimed weight. Beep tube, I dabbled in learning watchmaking for a while. Oh man, definitely don't have the patience for that. There was a guy I was watching on YouTube, and I just was mesmerized by his videos. He's a watchmaker. What was his name? Is it ClickSpring? I think it was ClickSpring. You guys, when you're done watching this, and if you want to just destroy the next like 8 hours of your life, look up ClickSpring on YouTube. It is amazing what this guy can do with the tools he has. It is freaking unbelievable. Let's see. I have a handful of non-light 5 and 10. Yeah, the light one makes a big difference. I really like the lit one. Wow, it's like Bob's Source is 5-inch arms, 60. Yeah. Which VTX are you using on 2Fiddy? I'm using the Caddx Nebula Pro. So this will be a 6S digital. Where are my tweezers? Build. Because I want digital, because it is just more better. How's the power difference? Oh wait, let's go back. Yeah, yeah, that word, beep tube. What's on there? Air count, yeah, Vista. How's the power difference between these motors and the normal 2306 and 2207 motors? They're not going to have nearly the power of a 2306. There's just way more stator, way more energy. Also, they're going to be a lot hotter and a higher current than the 2204s. They're also going to be heavier. So the heavier it is, the more power you need. The lighter is, the less power. So you can do a smaller motor. It's kind of you got to find the happy medium on all this stuff. And he's got a lot of testing in it. I'm just going to trust that he did his homework, which I'm sure he did. Yeah, beep tube, click spring. Freaking amazing. Brandon Bentley have a light of 5 headset, pretty good. Starting amateur walking refractors, quads. So apparent click watches. Yeah, I never got into the watch thing. I respect and admire a good watch. It's not me. I use a Wear OS watch, and I love it. The headsets, I've never tried one, and I don't want to because I don't want to know any better. Do you think the 2Fiddy would work as a long-range quad? Not to stay under 250 grams, no. If you're trying to stay under 250, you're not... Long range is synonymous with long flight times, which means lots of milliamps, lots of power, or not lots of power, but lots of capacity. And typically lower voltage, more efficient designs. This is designed to be a freestyle, so it's going to have lots of power for its size and weight. Sorry for the shaky cam, guys. 4-inch seems to be a good size for that, but to stay under 250 and go long range, it's a real stretch. If you're talking long range, you're going to be talking lithium ion. You can get down to like 2.5 volts a cell instead of like 3.5. More motor volume, more torque. Yep. Building a Fluoride 5 because I don't like Dead Cat. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Dead Cat frames, but they have their place. If you're going to do like one of the long range quads and you're only going to use like the DJI onboard DVR, then Dead Cat makes sense because then you'll get the props out of view. Yeah, I mean, Athex, there are concessions to be made for weight and smaller motors, smaller stator size. There are concessions. The concession is the fact that we're trying to get to a 250 gram weight because of some, bullshit rules that we got to follow. Just making sure we're in any pads. I had a bridge on the underside of it. So many quads I build, I go to plug them in, nothing works. I'm like, God darn it, I missed a pad underneath the bridge for voltage or some BS like that. This thing comes with 3 capacitors. So I've got a 470, another 400. Oh, these are different voltage ranges. I gotcha. All right. So I got 2 35s, and I got 1 16 volt. Sai, how you doing, man? I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome. Just building up the 2Fiddy frame. I don't know why they gave me 2 of the same capacitors. You know, I'm going to finish building it up, and then I'm going to figure out where to put this thing, because most likely I'll probably just foam tape it onto the flight controller. Hopefully I have enough space. Maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see. I think I'll do that after words. Turn that off. We are using the iFlight H7, not the F7. We're using the H7, the one with issues. No, Sai, I've been live streaming weekly, typically on Sunday mornings, at least morning for me, 10 a.m. to noon Central Standard Time, basically the 2-hour block before Joshua Bardwell comes on. It's been working out really well for me and my family. I like that time slot as long as I wake up for it. Sorry, guys. That is a tiny screw. My kitty is wondering what's going on. Oh boy. All right, I gotta get a smaller screwdriver. Let's see. Athix said I went with analog to have more motor. Pull out the stroke scale and keep very smaller. Yeah. Analog would probably be the right way to go with this, but DJI video. It's a tough call there. All right, I don't think that's the right screw. Now, whenever you're building these up, you want to be careful about which screw you pick. You can usually see down inside of the motor here, right there. You want to screw in nice and slow. Make sure that your screw head doesn't protrude through there. A lot of motors come with multiple screws, and you just got to kind of figure out which one's the right one. Emax is kind of nice because they actually label the bags and they say, hey, this is for a 5 mil, this is a 4 mil, this is a 3 mil. It takes the guesswork out of it. But oh man, you gotta admit that is one sexy ass motor. It is so good. Oh, it is a good looking motor. Yeah, Marcus. Marcellus. God, I don't know why I keep calling you Marcus. Marcellus. Yes, that is something that I was thinking about. Is it would be a great SharkBite candidate, which I do have a SharkBite system that I haven't installed in anything yet. And SharkBite, Fat Shark and SharkBite, they seem to keep making advancements, at least in their firmware and their software, that's promising, DJI was doing that for a while, then they just kind of stopped. I think once they started working on the drone and all that stuff and the V2 goggles, they really stopped with the firmware advancements. Which, I mean, is what it is. I don't know if they have anything to advance on. I'm sure they do. But yeah. Hope you guys are enjoying the music. It's mostly from Epidemic Sound. It's all copyright free as long as you're paying for their service. So hope you guys enjoy it. As I do. I mean, I don't particularly enjoy the music that's coming from the service. I enjoy the fact that I don't have to worry about copyrighted music. Yeah, canvas mode with full beta flight support. That is awesome, man. I had the Bite Frost system when it came out. Was fairly impressed with the image quality. It was nothing compared to DJI, like not even close. And the ground station was kind of a real bummer, but for what it was, it worked really well. And I enjoyed the video that came out of it. It's just the ground station that came with it was just a complete deal breaker. But now that they've done away with that, that's kind of cool. I definitely want to give it a go. There's just so many other competing demands and other things going on, at least in my life, that always take precedence. Yeah. It's all about choices. I got the Bite Frost system late winter season, and or the Bite Frost, Shark Bite. That's right. And I should have made it into put in a whoop, but I couldn't get a hold of the 25 by 25 board. Then summer came around. I started focusing back on racing, and yada yada yada. Here we are. There's always something new, something shiny, something awesome to dive into. Bite Shark, yeah. Yeah, I put it in a racing frame, which that's something I liked about Bite Frost. Yeah, Bite Frost is it played well with analog racing, which DJI does not play well with analog. It still doesn't. I mean, you can make it work, but it's not easy. DJI, if you're listening, which I know you're not, you have got to make your shit work with analog pilots around. Make it so, like, the issue is the goggles transmit. Okay, cool, got that. Easy issue to fix. Make it broadcast once. Make it broadcast once. Every time the pilot clicks the button on the side of their head, it broadcasts, talks to the drone because it's bound to one drone. That drone changes channel. Now the pilot powers up, push a button. I mean, it's always scanning. It knows what channels are being used. It switches to the next available channel, locks the quad in. Stop sending telemetry. Nobody who's racing gives a rat's ass what the latency is or what the bit rate is or any of that stuff. Stop it with that. Have a race mode. One transmit every time you switch channels. Do the manual deconfliction like racers do, and then make it stop transmitting and make it so we can get along. If DJI made analog or digital and analog work well together in the same general vicinity of each other, I think they would actually be able to get into the racing scene. Yes, it's heavier, and then the latency is whatever. There are a lot of people who are faster, like mostly like the amateur and like mid, like low-end pro-ish type pilots are faster on digital because higher refresh rate, it's clearer, there's less your brain's trying to process through snow and static. Sorry, DJI rant right there. call it race mode. People will know what the hell it is they're activating. You've got drone mode and you've got FPV mode. Make race mode. Make it so we can fucking play it. Sorry, guys. I did. There we go. That's how it works, right? 1 for 1. Probably help with latency too. Yeah. Who cares about telemetry? Stop sending data back and forth. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I mean, that's kind of like one of my arguments about like these low refresh rate analog systems. Is like I don't care about telemetry. It doesn't matter to me one bit. All right, gotta get some tape. BRB. All right. Yeah, sorry about the white balance too. This is it's a good webcam. It's a Logitech Brio, but I just set it on auto because every time you restart, if you adjust it, every time you turn your computer off, it just clears all the settings. It's really dumb. Yeah, this is the shit show I'm working in right here. Got a hold of a Baby Hawk 2 HD. I think Emacs did a really good job on it. Where I ordered it from, I specifically ordered one with no receiver in it because it's got a Vista, and Vista has a receiver, and I have the controller, so figure, be a good match. I spent far too long trying to bind to this stupid thing. It just was not working. Turned out they sent me one with a D8 receiver. And I don't know if I'm being spoiled from the low latency protocols, but I can't fly the thing worth a shit. Like, I can tell how bad the latency is on D8 flying it around. Like, I'll just sit there, look at my garage, and just bang the stick to one side, and it'll be like, and I can like go like, okay, now it's gonna flip. Like, I just boom, flip. Like, oh, it's so bad. It is so bad. So I took that D8 receiver out of it. D8 needs to die, guys. D8 is awful. I took that D8 receiver out and swapped everything over to use the DJI controller with the fast S bus. I think it's a 7 millisecond frame time, which is definitely faster than D8. So I'm gonna give that a shot tomorrow, see if I can fly it any better. It just felt really weird to fly. I don't think it's tuned poorly. I think it's just the amount of latency between the DJI system having excess latency, which there's nothing you can do about that, but the D8 protocol having so much more latency in it as well. It's just, I think it's just too much. Other than that, I mean, it flew decent. I think the tune's good on it. Marcellus, nice transition. Thanks, man. I've put a lot of time and effort into this whole OBS screen layout thing. I really, really enjoy the live streaming stuff. I like just hanging out, talking to you guys while I'm doing something, or if I'm doing like a normal kind of every weekend type of live stream. I really enjoy doing it. It's that immediate interaction I like. I hate doing the messaging back and forth thing through the YouTube messaging interface, which, by the way, that is a terrible way to try to get help from somebody. It's just a clunky just shit interface. Sorry if I'm out of frame. The build quality on the Tiny Hawk 2, not impressed one bit. Not impressed at all. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the way they built it. I just don't think they did a good job. Oh, sorry. Whack the camera. It has a, well, not, no, they used to have a messaging interface. The interface they have now is like, you know, you leave a message on a video, I get a notification, I go to the video and I respond to it. If you're not a YouTube creator, you probably don't know, but the app you interface with is YouTube Studio. And I mean, it's fine, you get the notifications and all that stuff, but after about the third or fourth volley back and forth, you stop getting notifications for that little chat string. So if you're trying to help somebody out with something and it takes more than like 3 or 4 back and forths, all of a sudden they stop responding to you. They haven't stopped responding to you. You just haven't gotten the notification that they posted something, you know, a reply to your comment. So it seems like you're blowing somebody off, but in reality, you just haven't been notified that that they replied. Yes, you could be more tentative and go back and double check, but I mean, what's the point of notifications if they don't notify? You know what I mean? So it's a real shit interface, and that's why I push everybody to Discord. Like, hey, if you need troubleshooting help, go to Discord. I have a bunch of guys there. I have a bunch of people there that know what they're talking about for the most part and can help get you in the right direction. And I'll pop in there when I have time between work and whatever else I got going and help you out. And even then you can do private messaging and just really nail it down. I've even gone live with a couple people that were having issues with a quad. Like I helped one guy bind to a Tiny Hawk with a Spectrum radio. I have never with Spectrum ever, but because we're video chatting, we're able to, kind of like what we're doing now, immediately get that feedback and the reaction and the help and do it in a timely manner instead of it being like 3 days. It took us 30 minutes. You know, sounds like 80s teen movie music. Yeah. The studio sucks and the comment interface sucks. It really does. They used to have a messaging feature where, like, if I said, let's say I wanted to message Marcellus here, I could click on his profile and hit message and directly message you. Awesome feature for YouTube. Yeah, they killed it. It's like being able to go back into a video that you've already edited, uploaded, and you wanted to, maybe you needed to make a correction, like just like if I said 250 but I meant 150, I could put 150 on there. They took that away. You used to be able to. Athex, is your Discord free to be in? Yes, it absolutely is. I do have a paid section. If you're a Patreon member, you get access to that section. But for the most part, most of my Patreon, my Discord is free. So head over there, tweetfv.com. That will, you'll find a bunch of affiliate links in there. You'll find my Patreon information, and you'll also find my server invite as well. Yeah, I remember messaging, right? Yeah, it made it really good, especially like doing giveaways. I could directly contact somebody, and to verify they are who they say they are, I'd be like, well, now to verify it, I have to hopefully they respond and email me. So I have to give out my email address, tweetfb@gmail.com if you need it. And I'd be like, all right, here's how I verify you are who you are. go to the video and reply with the number 3553, and then I'd see it on there with the ID from this person, and I'd be like, okay, you are the dude you said you are. Now I've actually stopped doing that as well, and I've gone to the Google Forms setup, which works great because mandatory information, name, email address. I make it so you have to click a button that says, yes, I will pay for shipping, because you don't have a choice. If you don't want it, then go away. And that works really well because then I have your email address or your contact information at least. It's just a little bit of behind the curtains, inside baseball, how it works type thing. I don't know how interested you guys are in that kind of content. Like editing streams. Let's say I want to edit a video. Would you guys be interested in watching how it is I go about editing a video? Or setting up an OBS overlay or anything like that. I'm not great with OBS overlays, but you know, I can make it work. And we'll roll through the overlays right now just so you can see them. I have a couple different layouts. This one is what I call the clean one. This would be my my normal face cam, Sony A6400. Got my working on the bench. This is a Sony A5100 and a Logitech Brio. Got the old Skycam. It's some old Potato Vision Logitech camera. It's way in the background. Doesn't need to be very good quality. If you have a GoPro 8, works really well for as webcam. Desktop capture. Then I have one for Betaflight and one for Chrome capture. What editing software I use? I use Adobe Premiere. And I know most people don't have Adobe Premiere. The reason I use Adobe Premiere is when I originally started doing this, my laptop was a Microsoft Surface Book, and that had a internal GPU and an external GPU in the laptop. So not really external, but like a dedicated GPU and an internal high performance GPU. None of the editing software out there would utilize the internal or the high performance GPU. All they would use is the iGPU built into the Microsoft or the Intel processor, which really kind of sucked. Adobe Premiere, on the other hand, did allow you to specify which one you wanted to use, which made a huge difference in my edit and rendering times. So I went with Adobe Premiere, which kind of sucks because it's a paid service. I get paid monthly. And at the time, and right up till not too long ago, what I make a month on YouTube barely covers my Adobe Premiere subscription. But I use all the Adobe Suite products. I always have. I've always had a need for them, so it works out. And the wife uses it too for some of the stuff she uses. Or she does. So, I mean, it was a worthwhile purchase. If I had to go back and do it again, and it didn't have that limitation with the GPUs, like I just use a normal computer, I would definitely suggest DaVinci Resolve. It is a free program. It is limited in certain ways compared to Adobe Premiere for sure. The big thing I like about Adobe Premiere is how all the products integrate together. Like I'm working on a timeline in Premiere, and I need to make some tweaks to the track audio. I can edit in Audition. I just right click, hit Audition, exports everything to Audition, opens up Audition, lets me do the edits. I close Audition, it automatically exports it back to Premiere. I don't have to mess with any bit of it. It just automatically does it. I want to take a photo, still from the video. I hit the button, makes a still. I want to edit the still, opens up Photoshop, make the edits in Photoshop, boom, automatic. It's all integrated and it all works really well together. But again, like I said, it's a paid subscription, which really kind of blows. You can't just outright buy the program, which I really wish you could. Sorry, whacking the camera. another plug for the jeweler's loop. Because I can see the pad so clearly with this, I don't even care. I have no reason to check that it's bridged. If it is bridged, it's somewhere I can't see it, and it's nothing I'd be able to do about it anyways. Just saying. That's 2 of the 3. And you know, normally I could build this thing way faster, but you know, I like sitting here talking to you guys and just taking our time, man. I like it. Oh, it starts. You like this one better than the glitch stream? I like the glitch stream. I like this one better. So one of the things I don't like about this is the overlay. If you see in the bottom left-hand corner over my my camera right here, that if I'm using this, if I want to use this footage later, I unfortunately have that to contend with in my my rendered video, or my my edit video, which most people don't care, most people wouldn't notice, but it's there. Whereas the glitch stream, which is what I'm going to call it, the twitchy black and white one, I don't have that overlay. Now I could just shrink this window here to bypass that, but the way this is all set up, if I lose this, I lose all this stuff in the background too. Oh, and that's the other thing, is if you're going to use overlays like this, when you buy them, you get the resource files, and the resource files are almost always in Adobe After Effects. After Effects is one of those programs that if you have it and you don't use it, you are really missing out. It is so powerful. You can do so much with it, but because of how much you can do with it, it's very hard to figure out how to use it. It's definitely got a huge learning curve to it, and it requires one hell of a PC to get a lot done with it. Yeah, I'd pay for it if I knew how to use it. Yeah, use Video Pad for now. It's cheap, free version. It's pretty functional. Yeah, I definitely, I don't know. I've got mixed feelings about Adobe Premiere. I don't do the YouTube thing to make money. I do it to help you guys, and also to kind of offset the expenses of this hobby that I've been doing. And everything that goes into it kind of has to be justified, and it's hard to justify a piece of software that I got to pay monthly for, like Adobe Premiere. Well, it's not even Premiere; it's the entire suite. And there's still so many things about Adobe that I don't use that I could at no extra cost. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Can we stay high, babe? I'd rather be on that wave, trying to control our emotions. We on a right side of passion.
I've added music to one-pack flights in DaVinci. Eric Allen, I've never used DaVinci Resolve. What do you think? What's your thoughts on the experience? Was it easy, hard?
I'm under pressure. Okay, I'm admitting that a couple things I said got acidic in the tone and the presence I can kill this. Long as you know I come with imperfections. When you look at me, you see the soul through my flesh. You something special. No, you looking bomb the way you dress and gone flex and hold it.
This jeweler's loop comes with a overlay in it. If I can show you guys that.
We fight retreating, then fuck, but you trying to kill the cycle. When nobody's stressing that body like me, I know the way you like it. I treat you like a queen, run the castle, you a treasure. Feel like you setting fire to my desire for the pleasure.
Anyways, there's a little gradient that goes in there that pretty cool, but need to be able to get down like over standoff, so I'm just gonna pull it out. Oh, so much more better. There we go. Not the greatest solder points in the world, but she'll do. Opening it for the first time, might as well have been Russian. Yeah. Now imagine that, but you're paying $50 a month for it. Or whatever the hell Adobe is. I did, however, complain to Adobe about how expensive it is. And they were like, you know what? We'll give you another 6 months for free. I'm like, oh shit, okay. I use the Acrobat Pro quite a bit for work. I mean, it works not paying for it, but I use it for things at work that I'm working on, so it's kind of nice there. And so does my wife. Illustrator works really well, especially for doing like SVGs for CAD design, or not so much CAD design, but I use it for like doing all the grip designs that I do. By the way, my grip design for the DJI FPV radio for the drone should be coming out at least at the latest by this weekend. I mean, I should have probably worked on it tonight. The design's done. I just got to cut more different varieties and take the product photos. Just haven't gotten around to it. I do have one set of product photos for the Ciotti FPV purple grips. But I think they're gonna sell really, really well. At least I'm hoping so. That's what they're looking like right there. I'm very, very happy with this design. Well, let's see. Eric, I'll know editing though. It's very easy after watching a few videos. Cool. Dauntless uses DaVinci. Cool, cool. Dauntless might go build a plane. Might take an hour nap before I do. Man, why are 854S milliamp XT30 so hard to find right? I don't know. Every 650 pack that I've bought, I've lobbed the XT60 off and soldered an XT30 on. Don't know why. I did a free month of Adobe. It was harder than DaVinci. Yeah, it's harder, but it's definitely more capable once you figure out how to use all the suites and stuff. And the other thing with Adobe that's big is like collaborative efforts, like multiple people working on the same product or the same video. And the other thing, I edit off of a NAS, so I don't keep any of the footage on my PC right here. I keep it on a network attached storage. And I use proxies, so if I dump a 4K video to the server, it automatically scans that the directories where I dump all my raw footage, it sees that stuff, says, hey, there's a new file here. I'm going to transcode this to a much lower resolution video to use as a proxy. So when I go to edit my videos, I have these massive 4K videos that are hard to edit and jump around on a timeline really quick. It takes those proxy files, the lower res copies of the good files, and I edit the proxies. And then when I go to export it and render it all out, it then pulls the high def video that the proxies were attached to, and it uses the proxies as a guide for what to do with the better video. So then you get this, you get the 4K edited footage without having to deal with jumping around a timeline with 4K footage. It's just, I don't know, it's a good workflow. I don't know if DaVinci does that. I would assume so, but it's definitely something that Adobe does very, very well. Athex Tinkercad is becoming my friend. Tinkercad is awesome, but I really like the Microsoft 3D Builder. I think it's just about as good as Tinkercad, and you don't have to deal with being online to use it. I need to learn Fusion. I think Fusion, the modeling and the manufacturing workspaces, I think that's harder to use than the NLE, the nonlinear video editors. And that video conversion, it's done automatically. The way I have it set up, I don't have to mess with it. Downside is though, my server is full. Need to get some new hard drives for it, some bigger drives. Also, along with that, it's doing nightly backups of all the PCs and laptops that I got in the house. It's doing offsite backups as well to Google Drive. I'm not a data hoarder, but the stuff I have, especially for the YouTube channel and things like that, I don't want to lose that stuff. I don't know why. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but nice to have it around. Every once in a while, I'll go through and purge some stuff that just I know I'll never use. Just real crap video I had. I think I might cut this one a little on the long side. Screw it. I'm just going to go for it. All right, so here's a question for you guys. What protocol should I use? Should I go Tracer, Ghost, DJI Fast S Bus, Crossfire, R9, Archer? Well, Archer's not protocol, but Access? What do you guys think? I know someone's gonna say Express LRS. I'm not there yet. I don't want like they said in the news with Bardwell and Blunty. Do you want to trust your quad to Happy Model? I personally have no issues with Happy Model products. Express LRS. Let's see. Just Some Tattoo for us 2Fiddies, lipos at Power Drone. It's a good pack. Doing a shipping test from Race Day Quads, Pyro, and FPV Cycle this week. It's a race. No, it's an excuse to buy shit. I put in the word shit. You said stuff. I would assume you're going to get Pyro and FPV Cycle faster because I think they're in your state, right? And Race Day Quad's coming from the other side of the country. But if Race Day Quads gets there before Pyro, who do we have to thank? Yeah, none of them. None of them. Stop giving those companies credit for fast shipping. It's not them. It's the fucking post office that deserves the credit. All they do is just put in a box and stick it out the door for somebody to pick up. It's the post office that deserves the credit for how fast packages get to you. Well, lately, they've been really letting me down. Let's see. On R9 hardware. Yeah. Crossfire to see if you can keep it under 250 with the full T. Control suddenly isn't recognized by a Velocidrone. Yeah, there's an issue where Windows will update your driver for your controller and it stops seeing it as a game controller. Look up on YouTube how to Windows update FPV simulator, and you'll find a bunch of videos on how to fix it. It's pretty easy. You need to know a little bit of in-depth computering to deal with that. I've got some 850 tattoos left that they've been through freaking hell and back, and they still work. They're not great anymore, but they work still. Well, Dirt Scab and Oregon and Race Day Quads almost always wins. What's up with Race Day Quads website? I don't know. What's going on with them? Let's take a look. R. Just press R and Race Day Quads, the first thing that pops up. Man, I got a fucking problem. What's up with their website? Looks fine to me. I don't know, man. It starts. Check micro ohm and 2 or 3 cells. Over 300 mil. Okay. Just ordered from Pyro. Pyro is getting here first, but I'm in New Zealand or Arizona. Sorry. Jeez. But that tiny ceramic antenna seems perfect for a lightweight build. Yeah, it absolutely does. Post office will bill me $35 for a 7-pound small box. You're doing it wrong. That's why. When you go to the post office and say, I want to ship this, or you get one of the red and white prepaid boxes, you can put 500 pounds of shit in that box at the same price, but you pay a lot for it. You need to do priority mail, your own box. 7 pounds in a small box is, for me, about $6 to ship it. Well, not $6, probably $10 to ship it across the country. You got to pick the right service. I've been using stamps.com for a very, very long time. It says stream is stuttering. Oh no. Yeah, it's not that you gotta roll back the driver. I think you gotta like change it. It was your own box. Huh. Well, also the dimensions of the box too, but I don't think there's any other real better choice then. If $35 was the cheapest way you could get it across the country or wherever you were going, UPS is almost always more expensive. FedEx is even more. Let's see. Is it just me? I thought their servers were crapping themselves in the daytime. They might have been. Yeah. I don't know. I know there's a lot of better ways to ship stuff with the post office, but you got to know, you put 7 pounds inside of a box that's 12 by 12 by 12. It's gonna be way more than if you could fit that 7 pound whatever it is in a box that's 3 by 12 by 24. They kind of go off of square footage depending on the weight. USPS is cheapest and fastest. Yep, in my experience, it absolutely is. And like my grips, I mail those out first class mail, just like a letter with a stamp. That service is pretty unreliable. I do lose quite a few grips being shipped like that, as opposed to, like a priority mail service. Obviously, it doesn't have tracking, but I do find that some things just disappear that way. And then mailing my grips outside of the country, it's like $1.50 to do it. I charge $2 to ship them, because every once in a while one doesn't make it, and then that extra kind of covers the shipping cost of resending it. But again, there's no tracking. And during COVID, with reduced airline travel, all that stuff piggybacks on these passenger jets. So with that stopped, or really, really reduced, stuff getting shipped across the country was bad, like really bad. Yeah, something really heavy, flat rate sometimes works out really well for you if you can get it inside of a decent sized box. Like a buddy of mine, he had a bunch of lead that he was smelting down, decided he wanted to stop smelting for making bullets. Say, man, I'll take it off your hands. It was like $35. He sent me like 150 pounds of lead in a little box. It was ridiculous. All right. Well, it's midnight here. I think I'm going to put a fork in this thing, come back to it another day. Probably do this tomorrow as well. Try to concludify this thing. I need to figure out what protocol I want to put in this. I'm not sure. I am not entirely sure. If I do crossfire, I'm not going to do the mini Immortal T antenna because that thing sucks. I don't really want to deal with full-size antennas. I might just do the DJI Fast S-Bus, because, I already have the DJI Vista in there, which has the receiver in it, so I might just do that. And then if for some reason that doesn't cut it for me, or I need something different, or I run out of range, which I don't think I will, I'll swap in a different receiver. Plus it'll save me some weight, a couple grams here and there. Yeah, I think I'll go with the DJI. Why not? Ghost? Yeah, I could do Ghost. I got one right here. I could do Ghost. I could do Ghost. I got Ghost, I've got Tracer, I got R9, I've got Crossfire, I've got Axis, I got ACCST, I have DJI. Only thing I don't have is Express LRS, and I don't know. It's too beta-y, I think. Not for me, but I don't know. I really need to kind of narrow down some of the shit I got. But I'm liking Tracer. Tracer's been treating me well, especially with the racing scene. I like Tracer. Crossfire has always been good. R9's been great to me too. I probably wouldn't choose R9. If I did R9, I would flash Express LRS to all my R9 hardware. But I don't think Express LRS works on the R9 Lite Pro module, which is the one I have. So I think that's out of the question for Express LRS. Plus Express LRS, I'm not really interested in 900 megahertz. I'm interested in their 2.4 gigahertz stuff. Zanekis, welcome, man. Welcome to the live stream. Here in Philly, most to least costly, DHL, UPS, FedEx, and USPS. Yeah, DHL is ridiculous. Yeah, Market Zero, that's why I don't... You want to talk about a useless post office? Try downtown Mobile. No, thank you. I cannot stand going in there. The little bit I pay for stamps.com is worth it every single time. I realize I don't have to go to the mother post office to deal with those holes. It is worth every penny. I just print it out of my printer, tape it to the box, and ship it. International stamps, look at that. I can print all my own international stamps. Just throw this thing in the printer, hit print, boom. I have like $50 worth of postage on one sheet of paper, and I don't have to go to the post office to deal with it. No, I don't have an affiliate link to stamps.com, but I don't even care. If you ship a lot, it's worth it. It's worth every penny. I print postage, the 51 cents it is to mail each one of my grips. I print that directly on each envelope. It's crystal clear. There's no confusion on what's on there. The postage is right. It goes right out the door. Even heavier stuff where UPS is more affordable, kick it right out of the printer, put the tape on it, drop it off at the UPS store. It's so simple, and I can do it on my time. Now then, as far as pickup goes, you schedule a pickup for the post office. They come to your house or wherever, they pick it up. Works really well. All right, guys. All right, I'm getting tired. I need to get to bed because I got to get up early in the morning and take the kiddo to school. Oh, that hurt. And so far, I'm really liking this thing. Let's weigh it right now just to see where we're at. I know it doesn't mean anything, but I'm kind of curious. 114 grams. Seems like a lot already. I don't know. We'll see how it all comes together. All right, folks. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. I really like doing these live streams. When I stick tool or solder to this again, I'll make sure to spark this thing up and take you all along with me. I've really appreciated the company while working on this. All the people in the comments, all my Patreon supporters, all my affiliated vendors. Thank you. Very much appreciate the support. And as always, if you guys want to support me in any way you can, 2Fiddy.com. Passively, click those affiliate links. Actively, click that Patreon link. Get in on the monthly giveaways. Remember, a full built 5-inch FPV glide is coming out. It's going to be given away. I'm going to give that sucker away at the end of the month. I weighed it all up with 1100 milliamp 6S, session and amount, sub 600 grams. It is the best flying quad that I own right now, and it's built with pretty darn good stuff. All right, guys. Eric Allen, thank you, and Market Zero, thank you. Zanekis, Dauntless, Marcellus, It's Darts, Beep Tube, Friendly FPV, Eric Allen. I don't know if I just said your name twice. All you guys, thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see y'all next time.